Hello and welcome to Local Edition. I'm Leslie Layton. If you're flipping through the channels one night, you might just think that you're watching the latest reality TV show, but it's a City Council meeting. The decorum at City Council meetings has unraveled over the past couple of years, and there's an effort underway now to bring it back to goodness. And someone who's working on that right now is Lacy Kelly. She's with ACC-OC, that's the Association of California Cities, Orange County. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me, Leslie.
Now, what are cities trying to do to address what has started to happen with just vitriol coming from the people who attend the meetings and between the council members themselves sometimes?
Yeah, great question. Well, I think what cities are trying to do is focus on their business of serving the public. By and large, our elected officials in Orange County really do care about serving their communities. And it seems as though with the recession hitting and stuff, there's been a lot more angst among public members, but there's also been a lot more opportunity to utilize council meetings for political agendas. So I think we have to be careful in categorizing. Sometimes we don't always know. Sometimes things into political agendas, sometimes it's actually legitimate public comment. What has happened is that when you speak of vitriol, threatening comments, demeaning comments, abusive comments has started to work their way into public comment. So that's the part that we're trying to help with.
It seems like there's just an overall breaking down of our social fabric. What's acceptable? Common courtesy has really gone away, and it seems like to be heard, you have to be crazier than the next guy.
Right.
What are some examples, without spreading the hate some more, but things have actually happened recently that have spurred this
Yeah,
debate?
well, we had one city that had a variety of public comments, and one of them was specifically homophobic and anti-Semitic, directed at one council member. And it was very, very disturbing and threatening. So I think this was sort of the hallmark moment for them to say, maybe we ought to really try to get a more control on our council members feeling safe, but also focusing on the dialogue that they're trying to have about public policy.
I think it's probably, it sets people back because you want to give people the right to speak. The council members have always wanted to give free speech rights, as much right as they can. But so how do you really balance that? I think when they see these things happening, they don't really know how to react. What is your group doing to help take care of this issue?
We're trying to do some training. So we're working with County Supervisor Chairman Sean Nelson and the Orange County Human Relations Commission to do a workshop that helps elected officials get some training on how to manage a situation like that. And there will be attorneys involved, of course, want to protect free speech, but also want to limit the comments to what's relevant to public policy. This is an expenditure of taxpayer dollars, so I think everybody wants to spend the public's time and money in a productive way.
Yeah, somewhere to draw the line. Clearly, I know you say the Orange County Human Relations Commission, they are the ones who deal with hate crimes. So
yes,
maybe that's where you draw the line when it has to do with race, religion, ethnicity.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So what kinds of feedback are you getting from the cities and from the people involved in making this happen?
Well, we've had some cities that have been really experienced in managing this kind of public comment and the kind of public comment that gets out of hand. So what we've done is we've collected the decorum practices of every one of our cities, 34 cities in Orange County, and they're now sharing that information and looking at how can we craft some best practices and train ourselves to, once again, allow for a good public discourse and public comment, but without allowing abusive or hateful language to occur.
Some of the things they've done is like limit the amount of time that someone can speak.
Most cities will limit the amount of time. 3 to 5 minutes is typical. Sometimes what they'll do is have a segment of the agenda in the beginning that's just focused on agenda topics. Mm-hmm. And then if there's just broad comment on any topic, they might hold that to the end. And what that tends to do, not 100% of the time, but a lot of the time, is the folks who really care about issues will oftentimes stay to the end. Sometimes you have people come in who are just looking to grandstand, especially if a meeting is televised. They're going to want to take their snippet and put it on a website and maybe possibly make something political out of it. So it can be managed that way.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay,
Lacy
thank
Kelly.
you.